A very pleasant gentleman. Please welcome Mr. Nate Wyckoff.
Thank you guys so much. I had the microphone all the way over there, but I waited till I got up here to actually speak into it. All right. You guys ready for a great night of comedy? Awesome, awesome. You have some of the best Southern California comic talent here tonight, and you have some new people as well who are taking the scene by storm, all of which have gone through the Students of Stand-Up class by Tom Reel, who produces this show and several others every month. Give it up for Tom. That's enough. I'm on stage, it's okay. I always say this every time I come to Adele's because it's true. This is my favorite venue in Orange County to perform at. It's like a hidden gem, and it's always because the crowds here are the best. They laugh the most, they have a good time, they tip the best. No pressure. Yeah, it's true though. So thank you guys for coming and supporting local comedy. Just a note of housekeeping up front. I am from New England. I say that because apparently I have an accent. It just only comes out when I say certain things. For example, when I tell people here that I do not drink, it sounds exactly like I'm saying, call me drunk at 3 a.m. and ask for a ride. I know because it's happened. But I've been in Southern California for a few years. I love it here. There's a lot of opportunities to do great things. Recently I did a benefit show for comedy for suicide prevention. Thank you. It's a good cause. I just stood up on stage and talked about my penis. It's not really like I did anything. But it's a really important cause, actually, especially for comedians. I don't know if you guys know this, but the #1 killer of comedians is suicide, next to full-time employment. If Uber and Lyft went out of business tomorrow, it would be a sad day for stand-up comedy. That's all I'm telling you. Yeah. I do actually have a job in addition to entertaining folks like you. I teach English to nursing students. Well, if you think about it, it's a lot like teaching financial planning to death row convicts. They know where they're going and they know they don't need me when they get there. But I do it. Like I said, I love California, lots of stuff. Lots of thrift stores. I love thrift stores. Anybody else like thrift stores here? Okay. I love Goodwill. Goodwill's my favorite. You know, we're in kind of an affluent area here, though. It's something to be ashamed of. But I do realize that it means people donate things that really shouldn't go to a Goodwill. For example, last week I saw a brand new ski outfit. Ski boots to ski mask at a Goodwill. If you don't know what's wrong with that, let me explain it to you. Those of us who shop at Goodwill do not have the money to ski for a day, let alone put that to good use. I would need a loan, and I don't have good credit, sir. It's not going to happen. I used to go to Salvation Army. They don't support gay rights, so I don't go there anymore. But I used to go there all the time, and every time I walked into a Salvation Army, I would think, this has got to be the weakest branch of our military, right? Like, the training's not very good there. The joke is that Army is in the name, okay? In case didn't get enough laughter. I'm going to wait. Okay, there we go. No, they definitely need better training if they're going to serve our country. They can't spot an IED on the side of the road. They can't even spot the Canadian quarters they're handing back to me. Every time I get my change back, I'm like, guess I'm going to Montreal tomorrow. I don't know what to do about that. I go to swap meets as well. Does anybody else like swap meets? Yes, love them. I love the Huntington Beach one especially because I used to live over there. I made the mistake though, in the East Coast we call swap meets flea markets. And yeah, exactly. I did not get the memo that it's swap meets out here. So I was there and I said, oh, this is a great flea market. And a vendor said, hey, I don't like that. I don't like when you use that term. It implies that I sell fleas. I don't sell fleas. The fleas come free with purchase. I was like, touche, touche. That is a marketing genius right there. I'm 35. Thank you. I understand that's not old, but it is the age where I've started to realize a lot of the stuff I just assumed I would do as an adult is probably not going to happen. For example, tattoos. I like tattoos. My wife's beautiful. She has tattoos. I always thought I'd have tattoos. But I always told myself I would get tattoos when I got fit, which is a really creative way of making sure I never get tattoos. Yeah. My wife does like tattoos. She likes tattoos. She likes sleeves on men, you know, the tattoos from the wrist to the shoulder. I like them, But that's a lot of tattoos, and I always wanted my tattoos to have like deeply personal meanings, and I don't think I have that many meanings, you know? It's like if you ask someone like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a three-headed dragon, and it represents my mother, my father, my sister, and it's in a ring because we're always together. I'm like, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. What is that one? That's a crystal blue stream. It represents when I baptized my son and my deep connection to my faith. I'm like, fantastic. What's that one? That's Mickey Mouse smoking a blunt. It represents the time I had $75 in Venice Beach. The people laughing the most have been to Venice Beach. Like I said, I'm a teacher. I believe deeply in education. I do think we're doing a lot of things wrong, especially in like the high school area. I know we've got some. Is anybody in high school here? Got a couple going towards high school? Okay, don't worry. It's going to be great. I promise. It's fine. But yeah, high school, especially in sex education, right? I don't know if you know this, but if you accept federal funding as a school, which is any public school, you're supposed to teach abstinence only as the only pregnancy prevention method. Abstinence only. That's a waste of tax dollars. I'm saying that because I needed no help not having sex in high school. I needed zero. I aced the don't have sex class without even going. I was so good they wanted me to tutor the football team in not having sex. The valedictorian of that class. And I say, so what that means is that if you go to a good school that's upstanding with the state and things, then you're probably going to get a crappy sex education, okay? But I'm going to tell you from experience, if you want a really good sex education, you go to a shitty school, because that was the best sex education ever. I mean, the bad school I went to, I didn't know anything about it, but if I wanted to know anything about the process of pregnancy, I could ask the freshman girl next to me. I know. It was the first semester, but it was her third trimester, okay? She knew a lot. Wonderful person. This is a true story. The reason I say that if you want a good sex education, you go to those classes is because where I was, the first day of sophomore health class, the teacher put an overhead projected image on the board of all the things an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old could do together without one getting sent to prison. Yeah. You have never seen an entire class take such furious notes. Even the illiterate kid in the corner was scratching out hieroglyphics. Everyone over here, you can keep laughing. You can laugh a little more. It's only going to get rougher. I'm just kidding. I can't speak for everyone, just me. And I am your host, so you will see a lot of me tonight. I think the reason that I didn't get a lot of play in high school is I had bad hair in high school. I hesitate to say that every time I'm on stage because I sense the eyes going up. And I'm telling you now, do not judge me. Do not judge me. This is better than it was. And I think the reason I had bad hair as a kid is the same reason any kid has bad hair, which is we just went where our parents took us, right? I remember the worst one. I was 8 years old. My mom took me somewhere. I sat in the chair. She turned around. She said something to the stylist. And then the first thing, okay, that's not the joke. That's cool, though. You can laugh. Laugh all you want. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Sonny. I sat in the chair. They took the shaver, and they ran it directly down the center of my head, front to back. I don't know. It's like a Pepe Le Pew reverse mohawk. I don't know what you call it, but it was bad, and there's nowhere to go but forward. Okay? So they shaved the whole head. I'm doing my best to keep it together. We get in the car. I burst into tears. Mom, this is terrible. What happened? I'm so tan, and my skin is so pale. I look like a Q-tip. My mom was like, honey, you don't look like a Q-tip. You look like a cancer patient. I did. And I was really upset. I was like, Mom, what did you tell her? Like, how could this happen? She said, she asked me what length, and I thought I said a normal length. I said 1/4 of an inch. I said, 1/4 of an inch? Are you telling me as an adult woman, you don't know how long an inch is? And she looked me square in the eye and said, blame your father. Yeah. And it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. You can laugh. He's not here. So anyway, are you guys ready to have a good night of comedy with your first...